I left my family back in...
Merchant to the great houses.
Come on, help us out here. We have deadlines to meet.
You know the rules. No one's allowed inside without authorization.
Fresh from the warm
And I
southern
don't see your
lands.
paperwork.
You look strong and capable. Good in a fight and brave enough to travel the world in search of adventure. If my assessment... The Kananlaika, the great games to honor the reign of King Yoren, fills the city with good cheer. When a king survives to his 10th year on the throne, we celebrate. The Stormfist clan hasn't been seen in a decade, but they returned for these games. Since then, there have been numerous injuries and a few deaths, and there are rumors of worse things prowling the Let me know what you find. I don't trust these Stormfists. They were trouble a decade ago, and I know that they're trouble today. We don't like to talk about it, but Yoren wasn't the unanimous choice to ascend the throne. The Stormfist clan backed his challenge. Yoren's brother, Fieldgore. He desired the throne. Normally, succession is determined by the crown of Freydis, but I am the Thane of Windhelm. My father was captain of the guard. I followed in his footsteps and climbed a bit higher. We Stormcloaks helped build Windhelm centuries ago. We're an old family, and what do I do? What don't I do? Rules and regulations. Meetings with King Yoren and other Thanes. Now I'm hosting pack delegates. A lot of political nonsense. Mostly, Yes, they've come for the celebration, but also to meet with King Yoren about pact business. I try not to get too involved. In fact, I'm not sure how Yoren stands all the pomp.
If you're looking for a hired blade, look somewhere else. I don't do that anymore. Who wants to know? I'd rather have her think that than know the truth. I'm a disgrace to my people, and to Kain. My brother, my ship, my entire fleet. They died right in... No. My mother is the head keeper at Kain's Grove. She'd never turn against Kain and her people. She should honor my... No, I can't. If what you say is true, then it's already too late for my mother. Do what you must to save those people. I was a good soldier once. I was a faithful follower of Kain, along with the rest of my family. What does it look like? I sit here. You ask more questions than my mother. And she's the keeper of... What? Getting warm. It's an old city. What do you mean? I like music. The whimsical harps of the Altmer always bring a tear. I hope a troll...
Won another stupid contest today.
That's the plan. What do you want? A medal?
Ooh! If I win a contest, can I get a medal?
That Nurara sure is great. Did you see how I impressed her? Nurara, the Dark Elf noble's daughter. Maybe she'll come watch.
What?
Hail and all that.
It's time to party hearty. Hello, friend. How long has it been? You remember Rigert the Brash, leader of the glorious expedition for Nord Cultural Exchange? I returned triumphantly from glorious mission to Dark Elf lands, and Thane Mera put me in charge of Skald King's big party. The pickled fish from Lower Jorgrim and the mead from Voljars have not yet arrived. Worse, my Dark Elf assistant never returned with my fancy. You do a great service for Rigert. Rigurd knew he could count on. Ask anything, friend. Ah, pickled fish. Sorry, you make Rigurd's mouth water. We placed the order for stinky fish with fishermen. Finest mead in all of Skyrim comes from Volyar's meadery. Go out the gates and cross the bridge. I sent my worthless assistant to retrieve fancy Dunmer garb from my vault at the bank. It's in the north part of the city.
Interesting customs you yours have. Drink too much.
What indignity! What utter... What... Who are you? Leave me... Oh, such embarrassment and folly! It's a horror perpetrated against the... I'm talking about the clothes! These rags, they're a horrendous joke! And Rigurd plans to meet the ambassador wearing them? Oh, it's an...
I couldn't eat more than all these contestants combined. They dishonor the king with this poor showing.
You've been gone for a while. Tell me you found something useful. Cheating at the Conanliker and the Stormfist clan. They haven't caused this much trouble since... Oh no, this is worse than I feared. While you were completing your mission, another competitor was injured. One of my best. The champion of Windhelm. I want you to enter the next event, the foot race of the 9 Holds. I name you Windhelm's new champion. That should confuse our enemies. Hurry! Speak to Lenning the Hawk and enter the race. You're good at digging up information. We're better to keep an eye on things than right in the middle of the race. I can't post guards at every tower.
Well, look at this.
You know the rules. No one's allowed inside without authorization. And I don't see your paperwork.
I don't believe this. I'm not leaving until you let us in.
Who wants to see how hard I can punch?
Shalador found you. Excellent. I've puzzled out the hints from that last book, and I'm afraid the news isn't good. Your next trial is in a particularly nasty part of the Shivering Isles. Not unless you've spent your life poring over obscure Daedric tomes. I'm fine, Adept. I'm just tired. It's become very draining to translate these tomes.
Good. You've arrived. Welcome back to the Isles, Adept. We must be wary. This part of Sheogorath's realm is twisted and corrupt. I'm not sure. I've never been to this part of the Shivering Isles before. We're after the final tome, though. Yes, it is as I said. She has worked herself night and day, and Sheogorath's dark intellect is...
Not so fast there, Shalador. Only invited guests in the chateau. We have standards, you know.
Damn you, mad god!
Don't... And off you go! Ha, just the two of us. Now we can talk in peace. Ah, my little mortal. I'm a man of many personalities, but I tell you what, the game is a foot. Or a leg. In fact, all manner of severed limbs. But don't worry about that. I've brought you here because I... Of course! This is my chateau! It's me family's estate. Gets handed down from me to myself and so on and so on. I think you'll love it here. All right, up the road behind me is our guest quarters. But silly me! All 3 rooms are already occupied. Frankly, they've overstayed their welcome. What catch? Such an untrusting soul. If there were a catch, I'd say it's the 2 of my guests are murderers. And remember, try to relax.
Be wary. Talk to these guests carefully before you try to throw anyone out.
I can hear you, Shally! Don't bother my guests!
You're the only one that thinks you're funny, mad god!
Hello? Is someone there? I sent for room service hours ago. Yes, actually. It's very pleasant. Some odd things here and there, but overall... Look, are you room service or not? What? Well, no throwing me out. Throw me out and I'll have my advocate drag you before the Alinor courts. What? I'll show myself out. But I'm not taking that dreadful portal.
That's a perfectly good portal! I should know! I made it! It's been so long since we had guests. You would have loved my old Uncle Leo back. Well, let's see. Now that you're settled in, you should... Why do I need a reason for everything? Mortal's mark. Oh, jolly good, you're getting it. I knew if we spent enough time together, you'd start to think like me. I have that.
Mind what bumps in the night now.
You faced darkness before, Adept. Remember your training.
No cheating, Salador! Don't ruin this for me!
Only 2 more to go. This trial is child's play.
I'm gonna bind you to haunt a little old lady in Wayrest! Does that sound fun, Shally?
What did you think? What was your favorite part?
Such confidence! Braggadocio! I want you to meet the family! So many fond memories. There was that one time with the scalpel. Aye, we have an old rhyme about him. 4 lights in a row, poke one to make it glow. No, that's wrong. Maybe it was 4 lights in a trough, poke one to turn it off. Huh. Well, something like that. Remember, vacations are about enjoying the little moments.
Those poor souls. Sheogorath's family.
How do you keep getting back in here? I blame Haskell.
Apparently not everything is under your control.
Not yet, anyway.
Get away!
beautiful, aren't they? Isn't it beautiful? The most beautiful part of the chateau. Now, just hold on there. Haven't you been... Well, you should. And before I give you the last tome, before I reward you and Shally for all your hard work, you need... Ah, a mortal after me own heart. Well, Uncle Leo was quite the ladies' man back in the day. He had a beauty... Right. Well, not getting the attention of the ladies the way he used to, it started to drive Leo a little bit. So, I offered him a little deal. I gave him back his looks, his youth. All he had to do was promise never to... Cheese for the smart skeever! Leo couldn't resist her. Thought he'd have an out on our deal if they got married. Nope. His flesh melted like wax on his wedding night. Became an atronach of my very own. Now? All is gone. Too much, I'm afraid. To be honest, it's become an embarrassment. Give the old lug my love before you rip his skull open, will you? Would be so proud if you hadn't already murdered most of them. Always sad to see a good man die. Leo's death just... I should make you fight narwhals on the open ocean! I should make you run a gauntlet of angry Argonian concubines! But I won't. Book's yours. Yes, well, I'm sure you and Shalador will be very happy with your new... Give the last my best.
You've returned. Do you have the book? You've done it. We have them all. Now I just need to closely study the books together as a set, and we should be able to find Shalador's island. Wish me luck, my friend. Yes, Adept. I recovered quickly after you left. These books are like word labyrinths. There are like I said.
Adept, good to see you. I have great news for you, Adept. The Last has finished final analysis of the tomes. We're ready to get my island back. She's preparing a ritual space at the Riften Guild Hall in the Rift. I'll see you there, Adept. We're so close. Of course, this is what we've worked for all this time.
If you're not participating in the race of the 9 holds, please stand back. I see. Thane Mara is playing her political games again. No matter. As the last racer to arrive, you get to light the starting flare. Get ready. The race... Rules. Haven't you ever ran a race before? You have to run along the outer walls of the city and must pass through each of the 9 towers along the walls. 1 for each hold in Skyrim. The first racer to pass through the 9th tower...
啊，我最讨厌这一类型的比赛了，哎呦，哈哈，好。哇，他们都跑得好快哦，为什么？
Well...
啊，我要准备那个耐力的药来吃才可以啊！跑一跑，我耐力不够的话要。
A good race, but you're outclassed. Still, I'm always happy to see someone new perform so... Thane Mara just left. She wants to speak with you as soon as possible. You...
What a race! I saw some of it, and I was informed. That's an admirable showing. Even in defeat, you represented Windhelm and the Pact with honor. Sadly, Hadring was murdered during the race. Failed. Someone must have seen something during the race. The assassins fled after their cowardly... I don't want you to just find the assassins. I want you to hunt them down. I'm taking the gauntlets off and granting you the authority to do whatever is necessary to deal with these assassins. Excellent.
What is it?
I prefer the Cold Moon Inn to the Sober Nord. It's much more rustic.
There's nothing in this city worth doing. It's all snow and more snow. Well, some of the locals can be friendly and attentive. Idesa is always ready for a good time. I think she may be a bit more serious about our relationship than I am. The race was boring. This city is boring. You're boring. Go bother someone. The weak always resort to threats and violence. Oh, very well. I saw one of those Stormfist thugs.
So stingy around here.
Poor Lower Yorgrim. What a crying shit. I wouldn't go that way if I were you, Traveler. Giants attacked If you're smart, you'll stay away from there. I don't see any good coming out of that place for the...
Greetings. What brings you to my pier in the middle of this disaster? Sure bones. What with the giant attack and all, I completely forgot about all that. My sincerest apologies. Here you go. It's pickled fish. No one actually eats this stuff. It's more of a tradition. Please.
Lower Yorgrim is dying, stranger. Giants attacked our village. Many villagers died in Lower Yorgrim because of these mindless savages. I don't know. This is the first time the giants have ventured this close to the village.
If only we had a few furs to keep...
cold wind blows. Giants stomp through our village. I don't have a grand quest to offer you. Well, the wolves came to Lower Yorgrim after the giants attacked. They roamed the streets.
哎 ，Hello， 晚安。
If you seek sanctuary, you've come to the wrong place. I see. Dear Eiriki. Always trying to help her big brother. Well, while we formulate our plans to retake Lower Yorgrim, before we charge out to deal with the wolves and giants, we need someone to rescue any other villagers still trapped out there. If you could get the civilians out of the way, that will be one less thing for me and my war— Yes. And keep an eye out for my warrior, Burge. I sent him to retrieve supplies, but he hasn't returned. Rations. Made from an old family recipe. An army fights best on a full stomach, or so they say. In truth, meet us at the map.
顺便找一些狼，需要狼皮。
Is it safe out there? You don't have to tell me.
还有12分钟，可是我怎么觉得恢复的很慢？
Who are you? What are you doing out here? Oh, thank you.
Who are you? No. Please don't kill me. He sent you to get his precious meat after I failed to return, didn't he? I don't want anything else to do with Scoville. You don't know? Scoville has always been intense, but lately he's become obsessed with power. His militia treats him like he's some sort of god. Scoville organized the militia. He wants to offer his services to the Skald King. But something went wrong. He forced us to eat the disgusting rations he made. After that, I don't know exactly. But I think it has something to do with the rations. I looked in one of the sacks. His rations, he makes them from giant meat. Scoville discovered a ritual in a secret room beneath the manor house. He's become more and more...
不会吧？打3只才给我一个狼皮哦。啊，这边有一个洞穴，这边有一个洞穴。啊。
Not as bad as it looks.
You're back! Were you able to kill any? Thank you. Some of Lower Yorgrim's...
Did you find Scorfield? Are you the one who rescued the villagers? We sometimes hear about attacks against lone travelers, but the giants mostly keep to themselves. I've never heard of them attacking a settlement before. Scorfield? Well, my brother is a respected leader in our community and a great supporter of the Scald King. He can be a little intense, though, and some people... These are troubled times for East March. We hear that the orcs grow more and more aggressive, and they are...
Look around, cousin. What difference does it make?
Did you find Scorfield? Are you the one who rescued the villagers? What? How could my brother cause the giants to attack Lower Yorgrim? That makes no sense. What proof do you have? Oh no! Scorfield has gone insane! Please, you must stop him! What happened? I heard a terrible commotion from below. I understand. I will mourn for my brother later. Right now, I don't know where the closest giant burial ground is. But perhaps if we burn the remains, it will show them that we're sorry. Did you do it? Did you burn the remains of the giants? That's a small blessing. If I had known what Scorfield was doing, maybe I...
OK， 我要暂时结束这个游戏，8点半了，有点事情。